Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome to Banished. This is a game that I picked up on the Steam Summer Sale. It was one of the games suggested when I asked for different games to check out. And it's pretty fun. I've played it a little bit already and I had a good time. So let's get into it, making a new town. This is basically just like a medieval city builder simulation game. Yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna do valleys and a large terrain, so we have plenty of space to work with. We're gonna do fair climate. I built a city on mild climate and did pretty well with that. I don't know if I'm ready for the harsh winters though, so we'll leave it on fair. Disasters on and hard modes. So we start with very basic resources, not much to work with. Alright, so first thing we want to do is pause the game and take a look at what we got. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, we have some water nearby, which is good for fishing and for trade. We have this big flat area with lots of trees. Yeah, this whole area, not really any mountains in the way to kind of impede our travel. Plus we have a little area over there that we could expand to. Not much over that way. And we do have, oh man, all that too if we just build a couple bridges across there. To expand to in the future, but right now we're not quite there. Not even close. So first off, let's get some windows open. Let's see, let's put map up there, put our log down there. Little city information tells us what time of year it is and how many years we've been going. It also tells us how many adults, students, and children we have. Tells us the weather, and then just basic resources that we have, as well as the health of the citizens and happiness. And then over here we have our professions. So here you can kind of assign jobs to different members. So first off, we're going to want a few buildings. We're going to want a forester. We're also going to want a hunting cabin and a gatherer's hut. And the forester will right away we'll just have it planting trees, making sure that the forest stays nice and big, because we're gonna want a nice forest to start out with. I don't know, I kind of read in some guides that like a forest is good for like the hunting cabin and the gatherer's hut. Like it kind of keeps the resources up in those areas for those things. So we want to keep that. Plus, we're not going to really need the wood, because we can come up, like down here and clear cut. And that's going to be a lot faster than the forester can do. So we want to make sure we pick a nice area where we have lots of space. So I think we'll stick it right here, and then we can rotate the building if we want to. Let's see, how do we want to design this? We'll stick the forester there. And then we will, let's see, let's grab the hunter's cabin. And let's just stick it right across the road from the forester. Kind of make sure that we're still covering mostly just land. We're not getting too much of the river. And then gatherer's hut. Could do something like that. Yeah, I think that'll work quite nicely. And then we're going to need a stockpile. So we'll want to mark. Let's get some roads down. Just some simple dirt roads so we know where we're working with, or what we're working with. So let's get a road running straight through here. And then there should be able to be a road right there. So we got a building here, and building here with the roads in the middle. Keeping everything nice and tight so that we don't use up too much space. What else do we need to do? We need a stockpile for all the resources that we're going to gather. Let's put it on this side. Let's put it right on the end of this building for now. This we can always move later, but we'll just have it there for now. And then we're going to want some houses. I think I'm just gonna leave. I'll put some houses in here, probably like right here, maybe another one over there. But I think for right now, we don't really need them. They're fine without houses, especially right now. we're in early spring, so we have a while till winter, which is when houses are important. And also houses, the more houses you have, the more your population will grow. So let's get the remove resources, and basically we don't want to really remove all the resources here, but we can easily take out this area down here, and that won't cause any problems. So we just kind of clear cut that area, and let's get this thing rolling. Get it to like 5 times speed. Actually, we should really kind of clear cut this, a little bit of this too, just so they can get some resources nearby. We don't want them traveling too far, because then they'll just be spending all their time moving around and not enough time building. Which, by the way, we should assign some builders so we can get some people working on this thing as soon as we get the resources piled up. Which we have all these resources here. They need to collect them and then put them in the stockpile, and then I think they can use them in the area. So yeah, there's our stockpile made. So right now we're just kind of waiting for them to get that built. We can probably even do 10 times speed until they get that going. So yeah, a lot of this game is just kind of waiting around for things to get done. Maybe we might want to also just up the priority of these things, make sure that they are working on them. Get to work. Maybe assign a few more builders. Reserve of logs is low. Yes, it is. Okay, we got the forester going up, and we can assign a forester. Let's just get one of them, and we'll keep a couple of laborers. And we don't want you to cut logs right now, so we'll leave that off. So all he's going to be doing is planting trees, which will make sure that the land over here stays nice and overgrown, stays nice and forested, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's really need really need these things to be built. Someone grew up, so we have another laborer. That's good. So basically, laborers are just general workers. They'll work on clear-cutting areas as well as moving stuff around. Obviously, the builders are building stuff. And I believe if the builders need resources, they'll also work on clearing stuff out. Okay, we have a gatherer's hut, so let's get a gatherer. Let's get a couple of them, because we're definitely going to need to get some food going here. And then once we get this going, we can, yeah, let's keep the builders up. Actually, we only need 3 there, max of 3. And then let's get a couple of hunters, and let's slow down. Let's slow down the time. Actually, let's even pause it right now, just to make sure that we can get things set up. So now that we have those going, they're going to be getting food, and they're also going to be getting food, and he's going to be planting trees. So now we need some homes for these people. We're going to need homes for, first of all, storing food, as well as people to stay warm. Although the resources that get stored in the homes usually are only for the families that live there, which is kind of a mechanic that really sucks with the resources, because sometimes the resources just don't get spread out evenly, which is a very bad thing that can happen. So I'm gonna build a couple of stone houses. Maybe we should build a wood house right now. The wood houses, they're really cheap. They're cheaper to make. Don't require as much stone, obviously, but they are not as good on firewood. Yes, we're going to need lots of firewood, and the stone houses are a little bit better at kind of conserving that. So I'm gonna put a clear order to get rid of all the stone and the iron in this area. And let's get playing again. So we got a couple of houses that need to get built. Let's assign a couple of builders. And once those kind of get built, we're going to want to get a... Let's see, we're going to want a blacksmith, a woodcutter. We need a blacksmith for tools. And we need a woodcutter to make firewood, which is actually something that we might need really quickly. Although we need the houses first. Let's get this up to 5 times speed. There's really no reason to be less than 5 times speed most of the time, because there's usually not a lot going on. So what are these guys doing? How is our food doing? 961. It's going up a little bit. Maybe we'll take a gatherer and put him on the builders team so we can get the building going a little bit quicker. They haven't started it yet, which might be because they're prioritizing the clear cutting. So we want to up the priority of these things. We need those built. Did I thought I put another house over here. It doesn't show it, unless it didn't count it because there's stuff in the way. Let's try that again. Yeah, now it's there. Okay. So yeah, we need to get these houses going, guys. This is one of the hardest parts about this game, is just getting the laborers to do what you need them to do. So we have some saplings over here. You can already see the forester has been hard at work. And we might even want... we'll probably be fine with 1 forester for now. We do want to up that later. And once we get some stuff going, we can... How's our logs doing? We can start chopping wood around this area too, and they'll be able to keep the forest kind of going pretty nicely. So we got that house being built. It's almost done. And then hopefully they'll start working on that house. And we should probably get a... We have 10 tools left. Not a lot, but it should be enough for now. So let's get a woodcutter. And we're going to want this guy like right across from the stockpile, because that's where the wood's going to be brought to. So he can easily get it from there. And we're going to need a blacksmith. And we'll keep you by the wood pile as well, so that you're near the resources. Did that not get placed? Is there... What's in the way? Oh, is the terrain a little bit... I think the terrain's not quite ideal in that place, that situation, that area, is what I'm trying to say. So let's, you can kind of bring it around that way. So, still got 9 builders jobs. How's our food doing? I just want to keep an eye on that, because if it's getting real high, we can take some people away from the food jobs, and if it's getting too low, then we need to get people on that. Let's build some more roads so that people can move around more quickly. And I don't really have a plan right now for how this place is gonna look like. It's just mainly what kind of how stuff fits together is all that I'm really worried about at this time. Once we get further down, we can kind of focus more on how things are laid out. And in fact, we might even destroy some of this. Because one thing is with the... Right now I'm just going to set up my town, my main town, around this. But what you really want later on is we want to set up like these 3 buildings. Oh, winter's coming. And we have 50 firewood, not a lot. We need to get that woodcutters. In fact, we should up the priority of that. We can probably survive the first winter just fine. Nobody's cold yet, so that's good. But we do want to make sure that we get going on that firewood just in case. What did I put over here? Is that another house or? Yeah. Oh, another stone house. I don't remember placing that one. Interesting. But yeah, what you want later on is we want to actually like these 3 buildings as well as an herbalist. Basically the ones that have a radius around them. We want to kind of move them out of the city or build other ones and put them separate so that they can keep a nice forest around them without the urban sprawl kind of getting in their way. Reserve of stone is low, but we should, yeah, we still have orders to get rid of like this stone over here. So eventually they'll get working on that. And I think once we get, so now we need a woodcutter. Our firewood is actually staying up, which is, I'm surprised by that. Let's get 1 woodcutter. We'll take a guy away from building to be just a general laborer. I always try to just keep 2 laborers. Right now it's not too big of a deal, but later on, when our population starts getting older and people start dying, it's definitely a good idea to keep a couple of laborers, because if someone dies in a profession, it will actually pull someone automatically from the laborers pool. And let's see, let's make sure that they're building this thing. I don't remember what it is. Blacksmith, yes. Still got 9 tools, so we still have the tools, but we definitely need to make sure we get some more tools going. But yeah, I was playing and I had a teacher die, and I didn't have any laborers at the time, and so no one was there to replace her, and all of the children that were students became laborers, which I got a bunch of laborers, which was nice, but if you put the children through school, if they go through being a student then to laborer, then they are more productive, which is good. So we're getting a couple of kids born, which isn't, we don't really need kids right now. They're just more of a drain on food right now. Reserve of stone and logs is low. We still have clear cutting orders to clear cut all of that. Maybe we should even build a, where am I? Build a road straight. Oh, we can't because of the terrain. Nope, can't build through there. Okay. Can probably just build this straight down. Is it? Oh yeah, there's some bad terrain over there too. Even if we just build it like straight through there, that'd be good. That just helps them get back and forth a little bit quicker. We should probably get our resources. We have this storage cart that we started out with some basic resources. We want to get that stuff over here as soon as we can. How's this thing doing? Needs a bit more stone and some more iron. We have some iron there in the stockpile. Yeah, I just moved it over. A little bit of it at least. So what else are we going to want? I know we're going to want a tailor. We still got enough food. We're going to want a tailor for warm clothes. We're going to need some more houses. We still have people without homes. We're going to probably want a storage barn around here. In fact, let's get that going next. That way we can get rid of that storage cart over there and get all of our supplies and food stored here. So let's just stick it right there. I think that will work nicely. I don't really know if it will. I just gotta place things where they fit. I know there's certain things like you want, you know, if a place uses resources, obviously you want the resources to be nearby. But other than that, like, yeah. So, anyways, right now we're just still waiting. Do we have enough resources here? Just waiting on stone. Dang it, I keep hitting escape. Which there's lots of stone to be gathered, and we have quite a few laborers. Let's up the builders, actually. Yeah. So, we got a nice plot of land here. We might want to make a fishing place over here soon, which, oh, I should have put, I didn't leave space for a road to go through here. Probably not the best idea. And in fact, let's see, let's cancel this building. And let's just move it over a little bit so we have space for a road through there. So if we move it, oh, we can't. Dang it. Okay, it's going there. We'll just have to have a road around that way. That's gonna be really bad for getting around, especially with this hill here. Not the best situation. Okay, so we got a blacksmith, which is good. We only have 3 tools left. So where is blacksmith? Let's get one of those guys going. He'll start making tools, so we shouldn't have any problems with tools now. It's usually pretty easy to keep them stocked up. So yeah, let's kind of look at roads. I always hit the settings button for roads, and I don't mean to. So yeah, we can't put a road through there, which is kind of bad. And nowhere in there. Terrain's too much. So we're gonna have to just have a road go out that way. And then still got this house that needs to be built. Waiting on lots of stone and iron. Let's see. So we're going to need, I wonder, should we put the market down? The market is also a good thing to help distribute resources a little bit more evenly. Where can we put this thing so that fits all nicely? I think maybe if we even just put it like down here, or have it go like right there. We have a little bit of wasted space in the middle, but it's not too bad. But with the market, people can bring materials there and basically trade them, so resources can get distributed a little bit better. We're also going to want a tailor for the winter time, and let's see, it's gonna kind of want access to that storage barn, but we don't have any space over here unless I stick it. I could stick it like on the back of this, strip of buildings. Oh yeah, the storage barn, you can actually make a road on either side. It has 2 entrances, so maybe we'll want to kind of stick it here or so. Yeah, let's just stick it there. Sure. That'll work. So our reserves of everything is low, but that is just going to be expected because we're expanding, and we just don't have the workers. We don't have the workers available to get it all cleaned out quickly enough. So we can. I want to look at like the paths that people are taking. You're not really going anywhere. Interesting. Oh, I see. That's where he lives. Why are you going out that way? That's weird. You live over there, I guess. And I guess someone lives over there. Okay, so they're just going through their homes. It doesn't really say like how they're getting out to here, which is what I really wanted to know. I think it just kind of shows how they get from building to building. So we still have lots of iron and stone. I think this all still has a clear order on it, so we got plenty of resources to gather up. We also have this stuff over here. I don't know if this is still or if this is in the collection order. Yeah, it didn't add anything. Got plenty of firewood, which is good. And in fact, we're going to stop work on that right now. We'll probably begin work a little bit when winter comes, but 200 firewood should be all right. And let's up the priority. We really need these homes. I I'm surprised that one hasn't been built yet. It's been waiting forever. I don't know if when you request new buildings, if it sets those priorities as higher than older ones that you build. Because that's kind of how it seems. Because unless you you increase the priority on something that you placed a while ago, it doesn't seem to make them do it. Okay, let's continue work. Our firewood went down to 100. It like halved very quickly. So we need to get those guys going. Nobody's cold. Nobody's hungry, which is good. I guess nobody's cold yet. But we have enough wood, I guess. 100 wood right now. And I wonder if we should actually have this guy cut down logs now to kind of keep with that. We still have the clear orders giving us logs, but it'd be nice to build a bigger stockpile of that. So, they're finally starting on the house. Good. We probably still need at least one more. How many non-homes do we have? 8. So we might actually need a few more. I know you can. I mean, you can fit like 4 or 5 people. I guess you can fit even more to a house. But usually it's only like 2 adults that go into a house, you know, kind of like how it normally would be. So I don't know if so yeah, I guess that took care of 4 people, so that's good. So one more house should be enough for now. So maybe we'll place one. I kind of want to keep the houses close together. So if we just stuck it over here, that would be good. Maybe actually we should... I know we have the market here, but we can probably put a road going along this side. If we do this, bring that over. And I think we can continue this over to here, kind of right along the side of the market. And we have another child. Very good. We're up to 16 people. I guess I don't know what we really started with. So I don't know. I think it's like 10 people that we start with. Firewood's still good. I don't really want to stop work on that though, but once winter passed, we'll stop him from working there so he can go work on other things. What do we want built next? We're doing all right with everything. Our food's kind of getting a little bit lower, but it's not too bad. I definitely want that storage barn so that they can get rid of that thing. And then the tailor we'll probably want before next winter so that people can stay a little bit warmer. I think basically if you have coats for everybody, they can stay outside longer in the winter. Otherwise they'll have to keep going into homes to warm up. So we definitely want to have those. It'll just increase productivity. And that area is getting nice and cleared out. Wonder how much... Still got quite a bit to clean out there. Interesting. And I think once this stuff gets built, maybe build a fishing shack over here. And then we'll be pretty well set up with basic buildings. Is there anything else that we need here? Because we have a forester, we got a woodcutter, we got a blacksmith, we'll have a tailor. We don't have any crops, so we can't do any of these things. But we'd have a fishing dock, hunting cabin, and a gatherer's hut. And we'd have some storage. And all of this stuff is much later in the game. Whoops. Kind of for a more advanced city. So I think once we get like fishing hut and the rest of this stuff set up, we might want to set up a forest cluster down there. Alright, looks like winter has passed. Let's turn this guy off for now because we shouldn't need him. He can go become a laborer. Just clear cutting. I mean, he'd pretty much do it already because he met his cap. So he doesn't have any work there, so he'll be a general laborer. But we got our storage barn. Awesome, so we're getting some stuff stuck there. But if I don't want him to like keep going back there if the cap goes down just a little bit. So we'll just keep him away from there. Let us destroy this structure. So we don't need that anymore. And that way people aren't running back and forth over to there. So now they're making the market, and then we'll have them make the house. And we can probably plan the fishing place now. Get this on here. Where do we want it? We got that road coming straight through there. So we'll probably keep it kind of straight off from there. And we'll build a road out to there. Just like that. And I think that is all we're going to do for today. So I hope you have enjoyed the first episode of Banished. Our town is looking very nice, and it's getting along very quickly. But I know once we get basic stuff set up, one of the biggest challenges is growing the population and keeping resources up, and just kind of allocating people to the appropriate spots. So we'll probably run into a little trouble with that next episode. But remember to leave a like and a comment down below if you're enjoying the series, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.